As many of you are aware, real estate investing is a high-paying profession with lengthy pay delays. Many investors and agents fail to generate continuous cash flow and are hence too anxious. You're about to learn how to make consistent income in real estate so that you may live with less worry and more freedom. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 ways to earn a steady income in real estate. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 3. Purchase rental property. I'd like to highlight 2 issues that many individuals overlook while considering rental property. It takes time for rental property to stabilize. A rental property requires 1 to 2 years to stabilize and generate adequate cash flow to pay a portion of your obligations. People make the mistake of believing that once they own a rental property, they will have a continuous revenue stream. This is not true, regardless of your level of experience. This is due to a couple of factors. You're attempting to accumulate reserves. This is especially true for single-family home rentals, because losing a renter means losing all income. There are repairs underway. When you buy a house, there are generally some issues that need to be addressed, and repairs are expensive. In comparison, increasing the flow of seller leads is virtually instantaneous. If you know what you're doing, you'll get a lot more leads. The normal real estate transaction may take 30 to 90 days from the moment you speak with the seller to the time you close. That is much less than 1 to 2 years. So the first thing you should be aware of when purchasing rental property is that it normally takes some time to stabilize. It requires cash. I have films that show you how to acquire real estate with no money and no credit. However, this is typically reserved for no-credit short-term trades that you may enter quickly and easily and then flip. Yes, you could buy a house subject to and possibly convince the seller to do owner financing in the second position. You could potentially buy a long-term rental property using clever financing and very little money down. Even so, the reality is that you will often have no cash flow. Typically, you pay the vendor some money, then spend money on renovations, possibly a few months of holding charges, and then get the tenant in. These are the properties with a high cash flow. The argument is that you need between $10,000 and $30,000 to purchase a single rental property. Investing in rental property can provide stability, but it takes time to establish and significant capital to acquire. Number 2. Increasing seller lead flow and generating seller leads. Increasing seller lead flow. You don't make all of your money as a real estate agent or investment by generating buyer leads or establishing buyer lists. Instead, the real money comes when you control the deal and have a contract with the seller as a real estate investor. Or if you're a real estate agent, when you have a listing agreement, you may then generate buyers from there. When you put a house up for sale, you get a lot of interest from buyers. If you are a house flipper or wholesaler, you can utilize this information to construct a buyer list. If you're a real estate agent, you might get some clients as a result of your listings. In any case, seller leads are critical to producing consistent revenue in real estate. If one deal falls through, it will not have a significant influence on your finances. It alleviates tension because you are not at the mercy of every single deal you are attempting to close. Increasing the number of active deals increases consistency. Generating seller leads. This is not as simple as it appears. In fact, creating seller leads is a primary focus of our organization's research and development. We devote a significant amount of time to testing and split testing because changes are constant. One example is Facebook, which is phasing out many of its goals. This is because they were leaving Cambridge Analytica, with whom they had a falling out. This is about to affect a lot of investors and real estate brokers that use Facebook marketing. We'll be in terrific shape because we've been working on this topic nonstop for the previous few months and have been testing out various audiences. Most successful real estate investors prioritize lead creation because if leads come in, the rest falls into place. Return on investment. It's much cheaper to improve seller lead flow and make deals than it is to buy rental property to generate some cash flow. Lead flow costs between $50 and $200 per lead. Furthermore, when we talk about rental property, we're talking about what's known as a return on investment. If you put $10,000 into it and get a 20% return, that's $2,000 per year. That's less than $200 per month. Finally, increasing seller leads is a lot cheaper and faster if you want to create a consistent revenue in real estate. I possess a large quantity of rental property and advise you to do the same. Just accept these two facts: more money will be required, and it will take more time to stabilize. Number 1. Become an appraiser or inspector. This is significant because it is more relevant than ever before in today's market. As a real estate investor or agent, there aren't many ways to receive guaranteed fees as an inspector or appraiser. If you are interested in becoming an inspector or appraiser, you should look into it. At the time, you are younger. You are changing careers to real estate. Inspectors. Inspectors are handsomely compensated, and although there are inspectors, they are a disappearing breed. When I was a senior in college, I worked as a waiter at a country club. Bob the Builder was one of the members that came in on a regular basis. He was a successful luxury home developer who would wine and dine other club members to raise funds for his building projects. I had a property that I was having examined after I began investing in real estate. I proceeded to meet the inspector when I arrived at the property. I didn't recognize him at first, but then I realized he was Bob the Builder, preparing to crawl up beneath the crawl space and inspect the house. I asked him what he was doing examining properties, thinking that maybe business was poor for him. He told me that the luxury home market was flourishing and that he had been a home inspector for 25 years because it was easy money. While his employees were building the residences, he could complete an inspection in about an hour and a half. When he had some free time, he would go out and pick up some inspection deals. It's quick, simple, and secure. Appraisers. Most states have a 3-tiered licensing system in place for real estate appraisers, with each step requiring education and verified training hours. Licensed residential, certified residential, or certified general. For information on your state's current license standards, visit the website of your state appraisal board. In general, appraisers must complete 75 hours of education, basic appraisal principles, basic appraisal procedures, and the 15-hour National USPAP course before taking the initial licensing exam. They must also complete 2,500 hours of experience and another 75 hours of coursework. At the higher levels of license, completion of a college-level education, for example, a bachelor's degree, is necessary. Appraisers are a disappearing breed as well. Believe it or not, there are now very few appraisers available. Finding an appraiser that isn't a month or two behind is the most challenging component of closing a real estate sale swiftly right now. This is a substantial earning opportunity. I was conversing with the head of a large state's Department of Transportation. He was saying that for every 500 engineers he can locate to assist engineer a new road, he can engage one appraiser. Having appraisers on staff is one of the keys to their success. When the Department of Transportation expands a road or builds a new roadway, it must purchase real estate from private landowners and have appraisers confirm that they are paying market value for that land. What's fantastic about this is that understanding what a home can appraise for is one of the most critical abilities you can have as a real estate investor or agent. Hattie appraiser skills will benefit you as a real estate professional, even if you boost lead flow and invest in rental property. Conclusion: the real estate industry features both large paydays and substantial pay delays. Another issue is that if your lead flow isn't fully ramped up, there will be times when you don't have much going on. Guarantee fees might be extremely beneficial at these times. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.